right. Testing. Okay. Do some stuff here. Uh, all right. Hello, Craig. Good evening. Sorry I didn't answer you the other day while I was streaming, but I was keeping it more or less um, as low power, the main commentator, so he can put the stuff and action we did on Sunday out in an edited comms video. That's why I kept quiet there. So yeah, that too. I just some comments just don't fit the stream sometimes, so that's why I do that. But yeah, let's. I'm just gonna do the hey Topa, do the preliminary intros. I am your host Kimaru for tonight, or as someone knows me from the edited videos and all that stuff, Slingshot Cherberg. But that persona is kind of retired while I'm doing live comms. But yeah, today we are at round 2, which is going to be a double header at Brands Hatch. The first of which will be the Group 3s at Brands, and next week or 2 weeks' time we will go there in, what is it, Group 4, I believe? Yeah, so Group 3 and then Group 4. And the Endurance Series returns to brands after an absence of almost 3 years, which is kind of surprising to me. I thought it was, I thought it wasn't that long. Mm. Maybe I should do that, Topa, do a gravel counter. And yeah, Gadget won the Group 4 race in the Alpha 4C, and the only time we've raced a Group 3 here is even longer ago. So yeah, um, let's see if we can get some other stuff in here. We expect this race to be about 40 to 43 laps long. And like Alsace last time, the pit's time loss is around 10 seconds. So the drivers will likely opt for an aggressive tire strategy. Tire-wise, the racing softs will not last long, anything from 6 to 9 laps, depending on the fuel load, car, driver, etc. Mediums will probably last around 12-15 laps, and the time loss is a 0.7 to a second per lap slower. The major difference compared to Alsace, overtaking on brands is much more difficult. So those adopting a multi-stop short sprint strategy may find themselves exiting the pits in traffic, getting held up, and unable to maximize the extra speed of their newer tires. Fuel-wise, again, it will depend a little bit on driving style, but expect most to manage about 25-30 laps on a tank of fuel. The blind off-camber downhill paddock hill bend turn 1 is a really challenging start of the lap, which I can attest to. It's not one of those I really like all that much. Very difficult corner to get perfect, which is kind of why I don't really like racing on brands, but no, it is what it is. And a little too aggressive, and you might end up in the kitty litter. But that is that, and we will get on to some information while we get into the lobby. The lobby is now open, so we will head on in to the lobby. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea, Topa. Brands Hatch is difficult, so being more conservative could possibly be better. Brands Hatch is a difficult track, and I would definitely say this is not a track I would even be in the top 10 of, with a full lobby like we have tonight. So yeah. I'm just gonna put those up. There we go. And I gotta shut that off. Stupid sound from my phone. There we go. Okay. So let's go to track. We do see a couple of guys in the Audi R8. Muller's first on track with the Genesis. So we're gonna stay with Muller. Oh, as we see a little bit of action as Flappy just totally murders the voice of the driver's room, Grim. KG Racing back with us. And Jaggernaut also back with us. We're gonna go back with Muller. Let's see if we can find some more info. Jaggernaut will be the only one in the RS01 of the Renault Pluxus Champion Mobile. And one last thing, two of our podium drivers from last time are missing tonight. Rockboy is away, and Bacchus is on a business trip, so they will not be here tonight, but we have a couple of other racers taking a spot. Unfortunately for Jason Haldir, he is not with us today either, because he is first reserve, and none of the drivers passed before the deadline. So, with that said, with the introductions over, let's take a look at what cars we have on track. We have the Mazda Atenza with KG Racing, Jaggernaut in the RS01 Renault, the car I really don't like at all, but that is my personal preference to that machine. AGT Grimlock in the Mazda RX Vision. Just listen to that monster go. I love the sound of the rotary engine. Flappy in the Z4, which is quite surprising, but it is actually a good handling car. May lack a bit of top speed, but I'm pretty sure Flappy will be able to find the speed out of that thing wherever he goes. Flappy is a very, very good driver. Topa with us again, and we didn't see her last week, but let's hope she has a good race. Dennis with us in the Beamer as well. And Dennis, your livery is not working for some reason. Is his livery working on his stream? I gotta just take a look at that. Oh well, I guess he'll figure that out. I go in and go out and go in again. What? Oh shit! I entered the track. That's not. Nope. Nope. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm not gonna race today. Let's see if Dennis's livery loaded. No, it hasn't. Unless he's driving a replica Beamer livery, but yeah, that's calm down, stop mashing button. Yeah, I'm a little yeah, tired today. I didn't sleep well last night for some reason. Little groggy still, trying to stay awake. As we see Jules in the old Supra. Always good to see the old girl on track. Might not be the fastest, but maybe Jules can figure something out. KG into the wall. Gadget in the mighty R8. No, I don't do drugs, Craig. I'd rather eat a metal object from a firearm than, you know, that. Don't like drugs, even if it's medical. Enough of that. Gadget on track in the R8, and I think his teammate Ivan is also in the R8. So good to see the R8 on track. Okay. You know what? I will... it might change in the qualifier. Alright, so we have Luco in the Ford GT. Wow. Good to see that beast on track. Ivan, as we said. Gadget. Dennis in the standard livery, so it might be a technical issue from somewhere. but we can live with that. We all know he has a custom livery on, but for some reason it's just not showing for us. Topa, Ricey, and the Watermelon, or Godzilla. Jules. Senna was not with us last week. Something came up in real life, and he had to sit that race out. But he's back. Grim. TCR H Boss, or just Boss, in one of my favorite GT3s, the Porsche. The Porsche in general, as a brand, is not my favorite brand, but yeah, the race cars are just badass looking. Mickey on track. Checking out Muller and KG in the pits. Alright, Flappy with a 1:22.0 for the moment. So getting some good times out of the Z4. Oh, Craig, I don't like them. No. I'd rather not do that. Even the simple paracetamols I hate taking. I really don't like using medicinal drugs or anything. If I can avoid it, I do. Racers on track? That's not right. Is my car still in this? No, I haven't clicked the green tick. So, good. Oh, screw. I don't love the blue pill from my man. Are you crazy? I don't need assistance, okay? I don't need assistance. It's not that far between Flappy and Luco. So Luco's pulling out good times in the GT. Doing some race starts maybe. Beautiful sounding engine. Doing some trial starts. And here we go. Quali on the way. It will probably be Gadget. That will be the first to go. Grim still in the pits with Ricey. Let's see what the Audi R8 can do in tonight's race. I think this is possibly the first time we actually see the R8 in the Thursday League. I can't really remember seeing it before or have seen it before in the Thursday series. So with the open tuning options, even with BOP on, some diff changes can be done to the cars. And oh crap! Oh, there we go. And you can make the rear end and all that stuff a little bit less trying to kill you mode. As Gadget is starting on his first lap, we have Ivan there, and Senna, Mickey, Luco, Topa, and the others are going in for a tire change. And yeah, Dennis is still running the standard livery, so that's probably bugged on my side, but I can't see it. Oh, as we see Flapjack barely touching the kitty litter and having a spin. That could happen a lot tonight. Just saying. Juggernaut, H-Boss. So let's keep up with Gadget and see where he ends up after his first flyer. This corner in particular is one I really don't like on this track, but you know. I'm gonna try and use a cheat sheet. As we see Gadget finishing the lap in a 1:23.4. And Ivan with 22.6. Luco behind with a 1:23.0. KG Racing with a 23.2. Muller 23.9. Mickey 25.6. Senna 48.6, so he's had a bad outlap. 26.5 for Jules. Grim is sleeping in the pits. Flappy is on his proper flying. So we're just gonna scroll down, see where they've got their times. A few people are out on their actual outlaps right now. Juggernaut with a 22.3 provisional pole for the moment as he goes up Surtees, Pilgrim's Drop, and Hawthorne Hill. Now to Hawthorns, I think it is. Good thing to have a cheat sheet. Westfield, is that it? Dinkeldell? I'm never gonna remember the corner names, but maybe you could get some humor out of this. Sterling's that he's going through now, and then Clearways, Clark Curve, and Brabham Straight. Librian improvement for Juggernaut. It is with a 21.9, but Flappy says a 21.6. So Flappy now has the provisional pole, going through Druid's hairpin. So yeah, we're probably gonna forget all about the corner names, but I'm not very good at corner names anyway. Hello, Kaz Game Tactics. So provisional pole for Flappy, 0.3 ahead of Juggernaut. Ivan going into the pits to get some new boots. About 9 minutes left of the quali, as Dennis has his bugged livery on, at least at our end, but yeah, we just have to live with it. He's the only one that's happened to, with Topa 123.2 and Dennis 128, no, 122.8. And we saw Luco with a low penalty, 3-second penalty. That's probably for pit exit or possibly pit entry, as we see Mickey very wide. That was through Graham Hillbend. And Surtees, this is that turn. We're not gonna say out the names of the turns every time, but at least I know where Druids is. I've learned where that is. Topa with the 23.2, enough for 9th at the moment. 23.3 for Mickey as his best. 23.8 for Ricey and the Gojira. And Muller 23.9 in the Genesis. A 22.6 for who was that? That was KG that I missed the text. Goes away so fast I can't really see it. Jules has gone out of track. Oh, we have Jules with some front end damage. I think Grim might just be skipping the quali and starting at the back. Ricey with a 23.3. KG Racing had a 22.6 in the Mazda. He might need to get some new boots. 26.4 for Jules. H-Boss with a 22.8. We have Gadget with a half-second penalty there. 22.8 as his best as well. 22.1, no, 28.1, sorry, as Gadget visits the kitty litter. He predicted he might visit the litter a few times. But let's hope that's just for the quali and not the actual race. It's going to be difficult to keep these cars on track. Topa with the 25.7 now. A little bit of an improvement for Muller. Senna still has not been able to put off a good lap. Grim's finally out for the last 5 minutes. Flappy's on his out lap, I believe. 22.3 for Ivan. Puts him up into 3rd place. Three for Muller. Alright, let's follow a proper lap around the track with Flapjack. got traffic to deal with as well. It's not gonna be the best lap time for Flapjack, I think, being stuck behind Mickey. No. So he's probably gonna have that aborted and probably yell at Mickey at the same time. Jagnut with the best sector time. A 140 from Grim. I've brought some new boots on the car. As we see, Mickey has spun around. Gadget with a 22.4 puts Gadget up into 4th. 22.1 for KG Racing puts him up into 3rd. And the two Team Motion Blur drivers, 4 and 5 respectively. I have no idea how good the Audis are at the launch, but I guess we'll find out when the race starts. 3 minutes left of the quali, and then there will be 3 minutes of pause to get the tires selected, and maybe take a quick toilet break before the 1 hour race starts, which is not a bad idea. See how Jagnut handles the RS. A lot better driver than me to handle that car. A 26.1 for Grim, 24.7 for Jules. Oh, penalty for Flappy. Not gonna do any favors for him or Jagnut. So we see KG has managed to put that mighty Mazda up into 3rd position. P3. Man, I just love the wide body kits of the Audi. Or yeah, it looks menacing, even though it's a hateful thing to drive without some adjustments to the suspension and the diff. 22.7 for Topa, 22.8 for Ricey, 22.7 for Boss. Puts him behind Gadget. Topa in 7th. Senna with a 24.0. My apologies, Dennis. Your livery is just not loading on my screen. Ricey has parked it in the kitty litter. Mickey. I might not be able to read all comments while the race starts, while the action is going on. So just be prepared for very little answers from me. But if I have time, we'll get to them. As the qualifier has now ended, Senna is on his final flyer. Will he be able to improve on the 24.0? Looked very slidey there in the last kink. 23.5 from Senna, so he improved a little bit. Well, it's not with intention to do that, Craig, but sometimes it happens, like on Sunday. Flappy seems to have nailed the pole position in this quali. So the Z4 is really working for it. Oh, me as a bully? Okay. And Flappy is doing Jason's job by being a lawnmower. Oh, that is harsh, Topa. The grass is quite crazy on this track, and I think Jignot is the only one on a fast rhythm there, and we will take a little break while the drivers get ready, and we will get this show on the road. All right, we are back and waiting for the race start in about 3 minutes or so. 2 minutes. All right, we're about ready to get this show started. So good luck to all of the drivers tonight. Drive hard, drive fair, and most of all, drive clean. This track is pretty unforgiving, but more so Big Willie later in the season. Big Willow. The drop-off zone there is quite large. Yeah, good luck, Topa. All right, waiting for 5 green lights, and the race will be underway. And we have this stupid bug. There we go. Oh my god, why can't I fix that? It's a good start for Flappy, a good launch for Flappy, with Jagannaut losing this position straight away through turn 1 with Luco there. And we saw some dust kicking up from a few cars, but otherwise it seems like everyone got through cleanly. Almost 3 wide through Druids. And, oh, it's getting tight in the back as we see Topa getting, oh my goodness, Some damage from Topa in the front there, and who hit Topa? Was it Ricey? No, I think Topa was the only unlucky one hitting a car in front. As we see, Dennis is challenging Gadget, trying to get through there, and Gadget has gotten through Ivan. KG Racing right behind Jignaut, Luco now in second, and we have Flappy in first. Very good launch from Jignaut, Luco, and Flapjack. Better launch for Luco than Jignaut in the Ford GT, and just look at the gap between Luco and Flappy down to Jignaut already. There's almost a second gap now. I'm not really sure how the Ford GT acts versus the Renault in this run, but it is a rear engine car. KG Racing following the top three. We have Gadget right behind KG. The best sector time. Everyone will have a best sector time at this lap, but don't tell Lionessi that. He will give you an FU. As we see, Dennis is being challenged by H-Boss. Manages to keep it on the outside and remain in P7. Porsche should be quite good around here, I think, as Dennis goes very wide there and cuts a corner, gets a half-second penalty for his troubles. That's not gonna be very helpful to him. He's gonna lose a couple of positions. Not this lap, but the next. Oh, no, he was forced to serve it this lap. As he's being challenged now by Ricey, lost position to Boss. Looks like he's able to stay in front of Ricey. Senna in 10th. In the heavy AMG, Mickey. We have Topa down in 12th, Grim up into 13th, Muller down in 14th, and Jules in 15th. Flappy is still holding on to P1, but just under a second in front of Luco. Like the gap is increasing a little bit now. Once Flappy finds his rhythm, he might be able to run away a little bit more with it. But we have no idea how strong the Ford GT is. This is the newer of the GT cars we have in Group 3. And the older ones would probably be a little bit more unstable on this track, I'd assume. But right now, it looks like Luco has bearing on this. Jignaut in third. He's not able to keep up with the two cars in front, but he has gotten a good gap down to KG Racing with the 2-second gap. And KG Racing is just doing everything in his power now to stay in front of the Team Motion Blur guys, Gadget and Ivan. Little bit of lag still in the servers, but trust me, it is not as bad as it was last year when the game was released. So at least we have that. So far, it seems like the Audi R8 is doing good on track. No big issues or oversteers of any kind, as we see Ivan with a little bit of damage to his back splitter there, or back bumper. Might have been Topa that rear-ended him, or someone else. Not good to say in the opening lap. Anything can happen. As we see Ricey in 8th now, in front of Senna. Senna in 9th. Mickey. Topa with some front splitter damage and a half-second penalty to shake off. Muller will close in the beautiful Genesis. I don't know why I like this car so much, but just look at the curves and yeah, the body style in general. I generally like the Genesis. Grim defending against Jules, two of the Adec veterans, and the driver's room veterans at that. As we see Jules going on the inside of Druids to take 13th from Grim. Dennis has probably had a spin somewhere because he's now all the way down in 15th. Things going from bad to worse from Dennis, and he's got a little bit of damage on his right rear tire. And oh, Muller has gone into the wall. He has probably done what I've done, gotten too much on the grass, going up the hill, and just spun it right into barrier. That is so easy to do, and now Muller is in last place. But Muller is consistent. He can recover from this if he's not losing too much speed from the damage he has now. Could be a great, good possibility that he needs to go into the pit. As we see Jules behind Dennis now, so Dennis capitalized on that. But Dennis has a little bit of damage on his right rear wheel. It's not going to do Dennis any favors. Let me just say that as they go down Paddock Hill Bend. Mickey through Druids, following Senna, Ricey, and H-Boss. As we go up the field, as we see, oh wow, yeah, 6 laps. You can see how much the front tires are wearing on the Racing Soft. The tires will take a massive beating in this race. As we see Luco down in 5th, so Luco has had a spin somewhere, and we unfortunately missed that. Oh, as we see Luco again! No! Oh no, Luco too wide on the grass, and just the rear end kicking out. He needs to be a little bit more, as Topa said earlier, conservative. And now he's dropped down all the way to 7th. It is so easy to do out of that turn. Could have been oversteer from the car itself, of course. H-Boss. And now we have Gadget up into 4th. Still chasing KG Racing. KG Racing now at a podium spot in his first race of the season on Racing Mediums. Racing Soft for Gadget, but look at how Gadget is taking care of his tires. Gadget's tires are a lot better than Ivan's. Holy crap, look at Ivan's compared to Gadget. 6 to 7 or 8 laps on Racing Soft. Are you kidding me? No, Gadget. You can go probably way more than that, as we see Gadget hooking up the wheels on the curb a lot there. That car is a little bit unstable when it comes to oversteer. But let's hope these boys have a handle on it. KG Racing with a front-engined Mazda station or sedan. It's probably sedan. And we see Jagnot. Jagnot's tires on that Racing Soft compound is really taking a beating as well. And Flappy also takes care of his tires quite well. He's on the Racing Soft compound, and yeah, the tires are looking good. So right now I would say Flappy and KG Racing Gadget are probably taking care of their tires the best. But yeah, look at the rear left at Gadget. I might have spoken too soon. The Audis do tear on their rear tires a little bit more, it seems. But he still has a lot of grip left in the tires. That car sounds so mean though. It would really sound mean. H-Boss in the Porsche 911 racing mediums, and the Porsche really takes care of its tires well. It's nice to its tires. We can see Luco struggling a little bit with tires. As we see, Jaggernaut is the first of the guys to pit. It looks like Ivan also goes into the pits. So Ivan needed some new boots. I think Gadget will probably be able to stay out for another lap or two. Maybe, if I'm very optimistic, just one. Let's take a look at the guys at the back. Muller has stayed out and he has caught up to Grim. Grim has dropped down behind Jules and Dennis. Jules in the Supra with medium. Dennis now still with that damaged rear right. So he's been lucky to escape just damage from the tire, not the rest of the car. Topa. That Merc is not nice to his tires, as we see Topa going very wide on the grass. It's not going to be doing favors for Topa, as she drops more meters to Dennis. Dennis is hungry. You can smell 11th place. Both drivers continue. Ivan on new soft tires there, and he's behind Ricey. Ricey's probably driving pretty conservatively as well, not pushing the car to its limits. Probably have a strategy and a plan, as we see a tight bunch of cars down the straight. Jagna struggling a little bit with top end, I would assume, as we see a little bit of drift from the Renault. I may not like the Renault, but it is a very good looking vehicle, that's for sure. Especially in the M4R livery, as we see Flappy now into the pits as we scroll heavily up. And he probably could have gone a few more laps on the tires. As we see Gadget, oh yeah, he did 2 more laps. And his rear left is almost chewed up to the rim. As we see H-Boss, his tires are looking quite good. Although his left rear is taking a beating. His left rear is definitely taking a beating there. KG Racing comes out in 3rd after his pit stop, and on a new set of soft. He was on mediums, I believe, so early pit stop. As we see Senna on the mediums, 11 laps, and that AMG is just chewing away at the tires. Senna has a reputation for not being very kind to its tires, but I think it's more down to the car this time than the driver. No offense to Senna at all. I raced with Senna many a times. I won some and lost some against the mighty Senna. Gadget in 5th, battling with Juggernaut. He came out right in front of last season's and last year's champion. And Juggernaut is now in an orange team motion blur sandwich. As my throat is just itching. Had a drink of water. Good fight between 5th, 6th, 7th. Gadget is definitely interested in keeping 5th, keeping Juggernaut behind. Juggernaut is showing himself in the mirrors of Gadget, just saying, "Don't worry, I'm still here. One mistake and I'm in front." But this is definitely the place where Juggernaut does not want to be. He's losing time. He's losing precious time and distance up to Flapjack and KG. We're not going to talk too much about H-Boss yet because he's still on his first set of tires. As we see a group of 5 cars now going down to Paddock Hill Bend, then up to Druids. And Senna is losing a little bit to Gadget now, and Senna's on very worn tires. He just can't keep up the pace. As we see, Ivan capitalized on that and got himself in front of Juggernaut. He's gonna try and get in front of Senna, but that Merc is just so powerful on the straight. That big AMG motor definitely has a lot of grunt in it. As we see Luco trying to go on the inside of Ivan. Or rather just showing himself in the mirrors. Like Juggernaut did to Gadget. Oh, and Senna is just struggling to stay in front. I think Senna desperately needs to go into the pits and get some new boots on. He's definitely holding up the rest of the drivers behind him. And he's blinking into the pits. Opening up for Luco and Juggernaut. Almost 3 wide through the start-finish straight here. Into Paddock Hill, and Luco in 5th. Oh, but Luco almost hits the kitty litter. He's just out on it by inches, by pixels. And Ivan hangs on to 5th, but he's under pressure from Juggernaut and Luco. Good race so far in round 2 of Adec. As we see Luco trying to go on the inside of Juggernaut through this one, and oh! Good clean move from Luco, and Luco promotes himself up into 6th. Juggernaut really not having a good day right now. After the initial pit stop he had, dropped down quite significantly. Met a lot of traffic that ruined his pace. And we have Dennis out still on his first stint, 14 laps in. Comes out in front of Senna. Mickey on a new set of soft. Ricey on his new set of medium. I think Jules is still out on his first set of medium. Muller has been into the pits, got some new boots, fixed the damage. Topa down in 14th now. And Grim about to be lapped by Flapjack. That's how fast Flapjack is. His pace is just stunningly good. One of the reasons why Nessie gives him so many love words during the Tuesday series. Like someone take him out, drive in the other direction and crash him out. All jokingly, of course. No one would ever do that in driver's room, but you never know. Nessie could be that man to do it if he just feels like, screw it, I'm going to end the existence of the flapjack. KG Racing has the best lap of the race with a 1:22.5. So definitely some speed in the Mazda Atenza. The big boy. Gadget now in third, being followed by his teammate Ivan. Or the other name he goes by, the Vlave. The Vlave. Very close between the team motion blur guys. To be honest, these two seem to be close to each other every single race I've seen them in. Either Vlave in front or Gadget in front. Right now it's Gadget in front. But we have Luco, hungry. And wow, we can see the difference in driving style between Ivan and Gadget at this point in time. As we see, Ivan has definitely chewed up more of his tires than his teammate Gadget, as he's under pressure from Luco. Luco's coming up at the right end of the... He's coming up right behind his gearbox now. Luco is definitely hungry to get past Ivan. Will probably not happen through the second to last corner or last corner. Talking so fast that I'm losing the will to actually get the words out. As we see them going through Paddock Hill there, and KG Racing coming out to receive a 3-second penalty, so he did not enter the pit lane correctly. That is going to hurt and damage KG Racing's race significantly. That 3-second penalty will be harsh. May not seem like much right now, but it will definitely stranglehold him. As we see, Jagnot has gone in, so maybe he's trying for an undercut or an overcut. But he came out behind Senna, so things are still going from bad to extremely worse from Jagnot, but we still have about 40 minutes to go. It could go either way. Mickey in 9th, we have Ricey in 10th, we have Dennis with a spin, and he's just trying to get himself back on track. Definitely will have to watch Dennis's stream back later. It's probably going to be a lot of naughty words. Muller is closing in on Dennis. Jules has been into the pits with a new set of tires now. Didn't take on any fuel. Topa. And then we have Grim. Grim still trying to find his pace and rhythm back in the Adec Championship. But Flappy, no one seems to be able to do anything about the flapjack. Very strong driver, Flapjack. As we see, Ivan is still in front of Luco, but look at them tires. Ivan finally concedes. There is no hope in trying to keep Luco behind. He just doesn't have the grip in the front left tire anymore. The R8 is definitely a hungry car when it comes to tires. And we do see Gadget has got a better grip on the tires than his teammate at the moment. And I think, yeah, Ivan has to go in. Boss will take 5th from Ivan. They're on completely different strategies, and the Porsche seems to be one of the cars with the best tire wear at the moment. So we see Senna still in front of Juggernaut, still in front of the champ. As we see Senna going very wide, making it very easy for Juggernaut to take 6th, as we see just before the next turn. That gets Juggernaut up into 6th. Senna down into 7th. Mickey still there in 8th. Gadget coming up to lap Grim. Oh, wow. Grim getting on the grass there and nearly taking Gadget out, nearly taking Luco out. A little bit sketchy. I think Luco will potentially have to pit soon. Tire wear is starting to affect Gadget a little bit too, but it seems like unlike his teammate, he seems to wear out the rear tire a little bit more, and Ivan seems to completely murder the left side of the tires. So definitely there is two different driving styles between Gadget and Ivan. As we see Luco very wide, being pushed out by KG Racing, spinning there. Oh no, and he gets some rare damage for his troubles. Luckily he is ghosted. And didn't murder H-Boss. And that is Luco down to 6th. Oh no. Might be a little Stewart's inquiry for that one. Or maybe it was just a pure racing incident that no driver could really control all that much. Mickey into the pits, Ricey should be good for a good while longer. Dennis with a half-second penalty, shakes off pretty damn fast. Muller in 12th, and yeah, the big boy Genesis is not really suited for a handling track such as this. But that's it with new cars. You have to take a risk. And, this might be one of the cars Muller potentially trades out for Season 2. You never know. But there's still another Group 3 track to be raced. So Jules in 13th. And doing the best he can with the old GT500 Supra. Topa in 14th, just hanging on. And I feel you, Topa. It's not a track I prefer racing on either, so I definitely feel you. Grim in 15th, in front of the front runners now, 6th and 7th. You will have to deal with the blue flag and let the guys past. Make sure you do in a safe spot, Grim. And he does it. Oh, and we have Gadget. Gadget has a 3-second penalty going out of the pits. Was that a penalty for going into the pits the wrong way or out? Oh, this is not going to do Gadget any favors either. This is going to lose Gadget a lot of time. It's going to put him behind Grim again. as we see Ivan is overtaking Senna. Senna has a little bit more worn tires than Ivan at this point, but this will make it good for Ivan. He will be able to pull away a little bit from his teammate. As we see a yellow flag in front, and that is Topa out on the kitty litter. Kitty litter. And Dennis with the fastest lap of the race with a 1:22.4. Gadget now 3.4 seconds behind Senna. He will have to give it everything he's got now and push as hard as possible to get close to Senna and try and overtake him before the pit lap that Senna has to do. The in lap. Luco in 8th after his terrible spin and pit stop. Did not do Luco any favors. He has a lot of catching up to do. Mickey has had a very uneventful race so far, I would say. And Dennis did his fastest lap at lap 19. His tires are starting to go off, but still in the top 10, so a good drive from Dennis, despite maybe struggling a little bit with a spin here and there. Ricey in 11th. Godzilla might not be very good for this track, but Ricey's doing what he's capable of. He definitely would have beaten me on this track, that's for sure. Muller, same with him. Grim now up into 14th as Topa has dropped. As Topa goes out in the kitty litter through Paddock Hill. And yeah, Topa's race is going now from bad to worse. Flappy, he seems to be in a world of his own. Not really in any trouble. He's able to just take it easy, relaxed and controlled, and maybe not. Maybe he doesn't need to give it his all just yet. KG racing in 2nd. Is also due for a pit stop very shortly. As we say that, he goes in right now. Jagnut back up into 3rd, so things have looked up a little bit for Jagnut, but he is due for a pit stop in a few moments, a few laps. Maybe a lap or two more, and we will see the champion going into the pits, the defending champion, I might add. Ivan in 3rd, in front of Boss. And we can see only from a few laps already with the aggressive pit strategy that Ivan is doing. He's just doing sprint stops. A sprint strategy, so he's doing very short stints and then going in to get some new boots and going full attack yet again. H-Boss in 4th. He's just done his best to stay out of trouble, and it seems like the Porsche is working quite well for him, even though the rear left is taking quite the beating, even with medium. His tires are still looking quite good. Senna in 5th, just in front of Gadget, as we go on board with Gadget. Jagnut into the pits, a lap earlier than I anticipated. going very wide, leaving a lot of room for Gadget. And Senna and Gadget on very different strategies at this point. Very smooth braking from Gadget. A lap with Gadget in the Audi R8. Senna is due for a pit stop, and his tires are really damaged at this point. His fuel is very low as Jagnat easily goes past on Druids. And that promotes Jagnat up into 5th, and he's gonna be chasing with every fiber of his being right now. Gadget and Jagnat and Ivan on very different strategies. As we see KG racing all the way down in 8th. So yeah, that could be down to the 3-second penalty he had earlier that crucified KG. Maybe he's had a spin combined with that. As we see, the fastest lap has changed back to Flapjack or Flappy with a 1:22.0. And Luco in 7th in front of KG. Senna will definitely go into the pits on this. No, he remains for one more lap. Jagnat now chasing Gadget. I do like the color scheme of Gadget's car this season. Simple and clean. Very beautiful liveries this season, by the way. Complex is not usually the better to look at, but you know, simple can work as well. As we see Ivan with very stressed tires now. If he stays out for one more lap after this, I would be very surprised. So I think Ivan would probably now be entering the pits after this lap. This is probably his in lap. But good to see the Audis this far out front. As we see Ivan and Boss going in. Oh, and Boss is completely out of fuel almost. 10% left. Jagnat and Gadget now in the top 3. Gadget, of course, will have to go in sooner than Jagnat. Jagnat is on 4 laps pressure tires? No, 3? So yeah, Jagnat is closing in quite rapidly on Gadget. Whether or not Gadget fights this remains to be seen. I don't think Gadget is going to give away the position easy. But we do see that it is the left side of the cars that are taking a beating in tonight's race. As we see, Luco is due for a pit stop shortly again. just in front of KG. KG will be out for a few more laps as KG gets another half-second penalty. Very easy to get a penalty on the Brands Hatch. The limits of the track is quite strict, and he does not serve his penalty this lap. Mickey in 6th, Ivan in 7th after his pit stop. We have H-Boss in 8th, Ricey in 9th now, Dennis in 10th. It looks like he's using a lot more of his front left. And with the tuning option enabled, we actually have the ability to use brake balance, and that is quite useful for these races. While in 2022 we did not have access to them because of Polyphony's messed up rules, and have they built GT7, but we'll have to work around it as best as possible. As we see, Jules is almost on an empty tank and about to be lapped by Gadget and Jignaut. As we see, Jignaut has taken 2nd and Grim has hit the wall. Luckily no damage. And yeah, Jignaut has been able to take 2nd. I didn't expect him to do that fast. We missed it. And Jules just parking on the side, letting Jignaut and Gadget through. Grim is a little bit more stubborn. As we see Jules into the pits there. Gadget getting through Grim. This will be Gadget's first refuel. His first and only, with about 16 minutes left. 16-17 minutes left of the race. KG looks to be due for a pit stop momentarily. Bazinga. I saw that, KG. Bazinga. Ivan, I think, will have to do another pit stop, probably. 17 minutes might be a little too far-fetched, but I think Gadget might be able to do 15 minutes once he goes in. Will it be a podium for Gadget and Jignaut? Remains to be seen. Close between Mickey and Dennis and Senna. Dennis is due for a pit stop as he goes. No! Oh! Went too wide, getting squeezed by Senna, and couldn't keep the car on track. Got some damage for his troubles as well, and he's being lapped by Flapjack. Moves over well to the side and lets the race leader through. Goes into the pits. As we have Jules going through it and about to be overtaken by the race leaders. Grim and Flappy is probably due for a pit stop shortly as well, as we look at his tires. That's probably going to be his last pit stop of the night. Jignaut in 2nd, so yeah, definitely Jignaut will need another pit stop before this is over, probably in the last 10 minutes, I would assume. And we have Gadget going into the pits right now for his possible final pit stop. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be more stops for Gadget tonight, and he has to refuel the tank as well. KG racing into the pits as well, like I said a few laps earlier, and he is going to refuel a little bit. And And he's out before Gadget. Gadget in 6th, the Shadow Realm. So now we have Gadget, KG, and H-Boss close together. H-Boss will not require any more pit stops. His stops are done. Ivan now in 3rd. And could this be the tires and fuel he has to the very end? Or will he require an emergency stop before the end? Remains to be seen. The guys are on very different strategies. As we see, Flapjack into the pits. Juggernaut still has to pit for his final stop of the race. And he still stays out. Topa in 14th. Grim in 15th. He will not require any further stops. Topa. We have Jules. Dennis. Dennis will no longer require any more stops. Muller should be good towards the very end of this one. Ricey, the same. Senna and Mickey. Mickey's defending against Senna at the moment. The battle for 8th. As we see Senna going on the inside there. Not able to overtake him, maybe through Paddock Hill. Or maybe through Druids. But Mickey covers the inside. If you want past Senna, you'll have to find a different way through. Let's hope Mickey isn't drinking a macchiato in his car, like the French guy in Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby. Luco in 7th would have made for maybe a top 5 finish and possibly a podium finish if it wasn't for his unlucky spin. Gadget in 6th now, chasing after KG. KG seems to have a handle on his car. He's closing in on H-Boss. Just look at the speed in this thing. H-Boss doing everything in his power to defend against the mighty Mazda. Ultimately has a little bit more power in that mighty burly Mazda than the Porsche. The Porsche is very weak on the straights, usually. We do have a great battle for 4th. Boss trying to cover off KG. With them fighting, it will bring Gadget a little bit closer. As we see KG Racing pushing H-Boss out in the kitty litter. Oh, that is probably gonna be an investigation, unless it was just a pure racing incident. Oh, I'm pretty sure H-Boss is not happy with that one. It could be a lag incident as well, but yeah. Definitely, maybe KG should have waited. I think that is qualms for... Oh, and KG dives into the pits. That could also be a 3-second penalty for him. That could be a 3-second penalty for KG Racing, as he technically, maybe, from what we saw, ruined H-Boss's 4th. But that is up for the stewards to decide if it's a penalized matter or if it's just a pure racing incident. That, as commentators, we cannot say. That is up to the stewards. Ivan in 3rd, and I think Ivan might need an emergency pit stop. Look at those tires. He has closed in on Juggernaut, but Juggernaut has been into the pits. Flappy is just safe. He has been unchallenged all race long. I wonder if anyone's going to be able to do anything about Flapjack. But Ivan definitely will need a last pit stop, some more fuel, and yeah, Ivan is going in. He's going in. Gadget will probably conquer third. I think his tires and fuel will last towards the very end. It is 9 minutes remaining of round 2. So I think Gadget is now confirmed third, but that could change. Things can happen. There's still 9 minutes left. Anything can happen in this one. Luco is chasing Gadget, and they're coming up to overtake Grim again. H-Boss there in 5th. So technically he's just lost 1 position now, but yeah, Ivan is behind him in 6th. Topa there. We have KG Racing down in 7th. So yeah, it is up to the stewards to decide if that was a push to pass, or if that was actually just a pure accident in the racing incident. That is, like I said, up to the stewards. Mickey, we have, yeah, Ricey has been uncontested in 9th, and probably had a very lonely race. Doing what he can. Senna in 10th, Muller in 11th. I do love the Genesis. I just don't know why. It's such a beautiful car. Maybe down on power, maybe down on handling, grip, all that stuff. But just look at it. It is a beautiful car, at least in my eyes. Just can't put my finger on why I like the car. I just do. Z4 of Dennis. The game probably said to me, "Screw you, I'm going home with the livery." Little Cartman quote from South Park. "Screw you guys, I'm going home." Jules in 13th. AGT Racer, Grim, the voice of the driver's room. Topa, coming out of the pits. Probably gonna do a challenge for the fastest lap, so good luck for that. Flappy still hasn't, no one's taken his fastest lap off him as of yet. And he's overtaken Senna, so he's overtaken 5th place with 1 lap. Jagnot should be good now towards the end with his fuel and tires. Just has to cruise into the finish. 17 seconds ahead of Gadget. Gadget 4.5 seconds ahead of Boss. And Ivan with a half-second penalty for probably going too wide somewhere. Oh, as we see Boss screwing it up a little bit on Paddock Hill and instantly losing the spot to Ivan, but Ivan will probably lose the place again to H-Boss after his penalty is served, unless Ivan can just put the hammer down and get enough space between them to not lose it. He will have to push as hard as hell. We have Grim in front of KG. KG getting easily through. Luco in 7th. Mickey. So let's go up to Senna. I saw was down in 10th, so something must have happened there. But yeah, Gadget. Let's see if Ivan actually loses anything from this. No, he managed to get a good, clean getaway from H-Boss. So we have 4.5 minutes remaining of this one. good, exciting race for round 2 around Brands. Like I've said before and earlier in my streams and everything, I don't much like racing on Brands. I kind of dislike this track with a passion, but with that said, this track produces a lot of good racing from people that actually knows how to drive this track properly. As we've seen today, we've had a lot of good action. A lot of good racing. H-Boss is looking low on fuel, but I think it will last for the last 4 minutes. I think Boss will be good. KG, he might have taken a pit stop to penalize himself. Obviously, we see Jiggnut into the pits. He's probably gonna go for the fastest lap attempt. Jiggnut is going to go for the fastest lap attempt. It's 1 point. Will he be able to do so? He needs to set one hell of a flyer through the last lap. Gadget going through Druids. KG racing into the pits again! Oh, he has been into the wall somewhere. That is very surprising from KG. He looked to be doing so good tonight. And then it just seems like the mistakes have hit him hard. And then we have Ricey in front of him. If he is going for a fastest lap attempt, it might not happen because he's got traffic in front of him. This could be very difficult for KG. We do see Ricey has a little bit less fuel in the tank now. He's probably trying to conserve as much as possible with 1 minute, no, 2 minutes left. Oh, and Ricey going very wide. Was he pushed? Maybe he just went very wide there, Ricey. It's not going to be easy for KG to do a fastest lap attempt. We can't get through Ricey. If you can't get past Ricey, it's not going to be easy to do a fastest lap attempt. And Ricey just backs off. He knows he doesn't have the grip. He knows he doesn't have the pace. So he lets KG through. Dennis, oh, his tires had taken a beating. His fuel is damn near gone. Will he have to go for a splash and dash? But no, he stays out for the final lap. Jules there. We have Grim being passed by Flappy. Flappy, almost out of fuel, is also trying to go for the fastest lap attempt. Might not be easy because of the traffic. Grim couldn't get out of the way in time. And Grim just parks himself right into the wall to try and get away from the guy behind. Jiggnut did not set a fastest lap. He has one more try in him. One more go. Will the fuel last? Flapjack, will you be able to set a new fastest lap? Will you reach 121s? Or is it too much traffic? Is it simply too much traffic for you? Luco has finished the race. We're gonna follow Flappy towards the finish line. This is the final lap for Flappy. Will Flapjack nail it? Was it too much traffic? No, he's not reaching that. Jiggnut, will he be able to set a fastest lap on the last lap? Gadget now, will he be able to hold out for the last lap? He has Ivan right behind him with better tires. But let's stick with Juggernaut for this one. I can already start to feel my voice about to go. $121. Oh, just not enough. Gadget, will he be able to stay in front of his teammate Ivan? Will it be a new podium spot for Gadget? As we almost have a photo finish between the two teammates. And there we have H-Boss coming home in 5th. Luco in 6th. Good race, everyone. Good bloody race, everyone. And congratulations to Flapjack for pole position, clean race. I'm not really sure who got the fastest lap at the end. Didn't say fastest lap for Flapjack, so maybe someone else nicked it. It was going so well, boss. Yeah, I saw. I don't know if you got pushed out by KG or whatever, but yeah, that is probably up for closer scrutinization. Topa was purple and ran out of fuel coming through the final sector. Oh, that is unlucky. It was pumped to pass. Okay, boss. Well, report that to the stewards, and that might be penalized somewhat. But then again, KG did go into the pits, and I think more or less he penalized himself by doing that. Yeah, but overall, it was a very good race. Truly enjoyed it. Brands Hatch always seems to produce very good races. That's usually the trick, Topa. You're gonna be fast if you could keep it on track, but yeah, it is not very easy on Brands, and I think Gadget needs to fix his room title. TMB private practice? No, this is the private race. uh, so Gadget made a boo-boo. But a good finish, 1, 2, 3 from Juggernaut, Flappy, and Gadget. Yeah, the barrier is definitely punishing on this track. That is for sure. Yeah, we're going to leave the lobby now, and shortly this stream will end. So yeah, it was a good race, and next week it will be, or 2 weeks from now, it will be Brands Hatch again, but with Group 4s. And March 9th, it will be Circuit St. Croix in the Group 1s. And we will have Watkins Glen short in Group 1s. That is a little bit Gadget, if you can explain that to me. It seems a little bit like the Autopolis short with Group 1s a couple of years ago in GT Sport. Didn't really make sense to me. That amount of powerful cars on such a short track, it should be a long track. But then again, it is what it is. The tracks are locked in now. And then April 6th, we will have Willow Springs, Big Willow with Group 3s. That is the next Group 3 meeting. Oh, I am not envying you guys for that one. And Sardinia Road Track Layout A, that is actually a good track. And if it's the one I'm thinking of, if it's that, if that's the short track, that's going to be fun, scary, and Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about that. Fun, scary, fun and scary. And 4th of May, we will have the Nürburgring Nordschleife 90-minute Super Enduro with Group 4s. I love the Nordschleife, so it's going to be good to see that back. But that is the end of the stream, and thank you, Ricey. I hope you will enjoy the stream on playback. Yeah, that was it for round 2. Come back in 2 weeks' time for round 3, back at Brands with Group 4. And with that said, I have been your host and your commentator, Kimaru, and we will speak again soon. And good night, and have a good weekend. Bye bye.